Welcome to episode 14 of Mahatma Gandhi's last 200 days. We are looking at these events based on this book written by Ramamurthy IAS in English, translated into Tamil by Mr. Ilakkuvan of Tanjavur. I am thankful to the alumni of RT84 batch of National Institute of Technology, Trichy, and SriCity, who are the sponsors of this video. In this episode, we will look at the events happening from 1st of September to 10th of September. We have already seen that just before independence and after independence, a lot of rioting happening between Hindus and Muslims. And Calcutta was most affected. Mahatma Gandhi came there. He was sitting with Suravarti. He met a lot of people. He resolved the issues, and then there was normalcy. On 1st September, Mahatma Gandhi gives one of his famous statements, which is known as the talisman of Mahatma Gandhi, where Mahatma Gandhi says, "You bring the face of the poorest to the poor, the person whom you have met. Right? Just keep that face in front of you. Whatever actions you are going to do, is it going to benefit this person or not? This is the test before you start any action. So if it is going to benefit this person, whom you identify as the poorest to the poor you have ever met, then start that action. If you think it is not going to benefit him, there is no point in doing it. Just stop. Don't act at all." So that is the talisman of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, this was given out on the 1st of September 1947. On 1st of September 1947, Rajagopalachari, known as Rajaji, he takes over as the governor of Bengal. He comes and meets Mahatma Gandhi. But around the same time, unfortunately, the riots start again in Calcutta. Hindus and Muslims, they start the clashes. And even the house, the dilapidated house where Mahatma Gandhi was staying for the last 2 weeks, that house was also attacked. Right? So it was a severe comeback of the riots between Hindus and Muslims. There are some groups, there are some people who are very keen, who are very interested to keep the fight going on, right? If there is normalcy, if there is calm, some people don't gain, right? So for their personal gain, some people will start the riot again and again. That's what happened. With a lot of effort, Mahatma Gandhi had brought in normalcy, but within very few days, this disappeared, and again we are back to square one. Right? So Mahatma Gandhi says that he had a lot of discussion. He had various prayer meetings. He met the community leaders from both sides. All that he did, but now it is failing. That means he must be prepared to give a bigger price. Right? If Mahatma Gandhi is ready to give a bigger price, then he can solve a bigger problem. That was his thinking. So he says that he will go on fast unto death at the age 78. Right? Very old, weak, physically not so good. His BP is already high. He says, doesn't matter. I will do fast unto death unless the writing stops here. Let people get some sense into their head. Otherwise, I'm going to die fasting. Then Rajaji objects. He says, no, you don't have to do that. There is government machinery. We will take care. All that he assures. But Mahatma Gandhi is adamant. He says, I have decided. September 1st, I'm going to start my fast. Then he says, he calls the media and he openly tells, these are the conditions of my fasting. I'm going to have water. I'm not going to deny myself of water, because in fasting, very easily you get dehydrated, right? So you have to drink water. Many people, when they do fasting, they drink water. But here Mahatma Gandhi, he says that I'm going to add some salt also, right? Which will keep me going for some time. So some minimum salt I will add, and then that salty water I will take now and then. This is one thing I'm going to do in fasting. And he also says, now and then I will take some lemon juice. Right? That C vitamin is required. So this will make me fast for for a longer time. Right? It will keep me alive for some more time. So I will do that. Then Rajaji makes a comment. He says, "No, you say you believe in God. No, Ram Nam is everything for you. So when you have so much belief in God, why do you want to take lemon juice?" When Rajaji made that comment, Mahatma Gandhi says, "Yes, you are right. Why should I take lemon juice? I will not take lemon juice also. I will take only the water with a little bit of salt, and I will continue the fasting." So he starts the fast just with this condition. Now we know the kind of fasting which are done by people today, right? Which is between breakfast and lunch they go on fast, or no, they say that they're going to go on fast, but they secretly go and take food. Here you see Mahatma Gandhi in front of everybody. He says that this is my condition of fasting. I'm going to take water with salt. That is the only thing I'm going to take. I'm going to just sit on fasting. So this news spreads all over the country. And from next day onwards, there's a lot of visitors, people from all over India, they pour in. They want to come and see Mahatma Gandhi. They thought maybe the last chance to see Mahatma Gandhi. Who will believe that at the age of 78, if somebody is going to undergo fast like this, he's going to survive this. People thought that he may not survive. So they all wanted to see Mahatma Gandhi at least one last time. So much of crowd coming just to see Mahatma Gandhi. Rajaji comes again. He says, please give up the fast. Right? There are a lot of other leaders. Everybody is appealing. That please don't do this. They bring in a team of doctors. The doctors check Mahatma Gandhi, and then they release medical bulletins now and then, which is all not good. Right? They all say that all his parameters are not going right. That was the problem. So time is passing. Right? Slowly, we have Suravarti coming in there. He says, please stop this. Next time, if there's a riot like this, I will enter fire. That's what I will do. I will not allow you to fast. I will take up the action, and then I will get into it. But Mahatma says, unless the rioting stops, I am not going to stop the fast. Then the Hindu leaders, they come to Mahatma Gandhi. They appeal to him. They say, okay, we will not indulge in violence. We will stop violence. Please give up. Muslim leaders, they come, they start crying. They say, you have come to Bengal from Gujarat. You have come here. You are our guest. Right? You have come to our house and you are not eating anything. Right? At this age, you are just fasting continuously. So we will not indulge in any violence. We will give it in writing that we will not indulge in any violence, any sort of violence. Youth from both communities, they come, they just drop all their arms. They say, we will not touch this anymore. We will stop rioting. Then there is a agreement written, which is signed by both Hindus and Muslims. They all agree, they sign. They say that we will not indulge in any violence anymore. Right? Rioting will come to complete stop. They write that and they give it to Mahatma Gandhi. Rajaji goes from house to house, appealing to people, appealing to people, telling them, stop this. Otherwise, we'll have Mahatma Gandhi dying here. Okay, please stop. And he instructs all the government department heads, says, be ruthless. You have to stop this violence. You have to act. You have to act very firmly. Whoever is the culprit, you have to get them arrested. We can't have this kind of madness going on more and more. So all this happens, and then finally, after 75 hours of fasting, right, it is the normalcy comes back again to Calcutta. With his spiritual power, Mahatma Gandhi brings back normalcy in Calcutta, and then he accepts a glass of juice. He breaks his fast. Again, doctors come, they do medical checkup. They tell Mahatma Gandhi, you have spoiled your health. At this age, you are going on a fast like this. Right? Your blood urea has gone up like anything. Now you need at least minimum 1 month rest. You can't move out, you don't do any activity. But during fasting itself, he was not stopping any activity. He was replying to all the letters. He was meeting people. he was greeting people. Thousands were queuing just to get a glimpse of Mahatma Gandhi. So he was completely active during this entire period, though physically he was really feeling down, right? But still, that didn't stop him from any activity. And doctors are advising him, don't do this. Don't waste your energy. You have very little energy now because you're not taking food, right? So don't spend energy on writing letters to and all. These letters can wait for some time. You can write to them, after a couple of days. Gandhi was not listening. He says, no, I will not stop any of my routine. I will continue, but I will not take any food. So he continued like that. Finally, he achieved what he wanted. No, after 75 hours, the fasting came to a stop because the rioting came to a stop. So that was the victory of Mahatma Gandhi's second time in Calcutta to bring back the normalcy. And a lot of invitation coming to Mahatma Gandhi from Punjab. Say that now Punjab is burning, right? You have done enough in Calcutta. Please come to Punjab. We need you in Punjab. So next day, Gandhi decides that he will leave Calcutta after nearly staying there for a month on 6th or 7th of September. Right? He decides that he will leave Calcutta, and he had to go to the main station in Calcutta to get onto the train and then go to Delhi first. But you see, there's so much of crowd, and then Gandhi is already weak. Right, in that crowd on the road, if people take Mahatma Gandhi, from where he's staying to the main station in Calcutta, it's going to be very tedious for him. So they decided and stopped the train. In a very small station, very close to where Gandhi was staying. The train made a unscheduled stop, and there was thousands of people, giving him send off from Calcutta. So he got into the train as usual. Third class, right? He will get into only third class compartment. He will buy ticket and go. He will never travel ticketless. He bought the ticket from Calcutta to New Delhi, then gets into the train in a third class compartment. It is almost a 24 hours journey on those days from Calcutta to Delhi by train. And those 24 hours again he is busy. He is writing letters. He is writing his articles to the Harijan magazine. So he keeps himself totally busy and reaches New Delhi. And Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is the Home Minister, the Deputy Prime Minister of India. He is waiting there at the Delhi station to receive Mahatma Gandhi. So as soon as he gets down from the train, Mahatma Gandhi notices that Sardar Patel is a very cheerful person. Often he cracks jokes. He's always smiling, laughing. But all that is gone. Right now, he looks like a child, just lost, in the crowd and looking for his mother. As soon as Gandhi gets down from the train, Patel goes and catches Mahatma Gandhi's hands, as if the child has found the mother. But Gandhi asks, "What happened? Why are you looking like this?" Then he says, "Oh, Delhi, there's a lot of problem in Delhi. There's a lot of rioting going on now in Delhi. Big problem in Delhi." And then Gandhi was escorted out of the station. He gets into the car. When he starts, Gandhi assumes that previously he was staying with the scavengers quarters. So he thought again he'll be going there, but he notices that the car is taking a different direction. Then Sardar Patel tells him, no, we can't put you there in the scavengers quarters anymore because it is not safe, right? Security we can't assure. So we are going to put you in Birla's house, right? Now it's called Birla Mandir. So because Gandhi was staying there, so you're going to stay there in Birla's house as Birla's guest. Gandhi doesn't like it. He doesn't want to be staying in a big bungalow like that. But security reasons, you can't do anything else. So Gandhi was taken there. When he reaches the Birla house, Jawaharlal Nehru, the Prime Minister at that time, he also comes to Birla house and he starts crying. Right, the Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister both are standing in front of Mahatma Gandhi and both are weeping. They say, "What is this? Every day we are getting thousands of people driven away from Pakistan. They're all coming here, just every day the crowd is increasing. And then there's so much of writing. There's dead bodies all over the place. The entire roads everywhere. You have the human limbs, cut off limbs. They're all so much of bloodshed. We can't see this. Did we become prime ministers and deputy prime ministers just to see India like this? We're crying. So Mahatma Gandhi says, "Boss, this is time for action. No point in just crying. Right? Do or die." It's another famous statement of Mahatma Gandhi. Do or die. Right? So he says, we will all act. Call for a meeting. Get entire government machinery. I will talk to them. We have to stop this. This madness cannot continue. We just stopped it in Calcutta. We will now stop it again in Delhi. So Gandhi, from one problem, from one area problem, he has come into another area where again there is problem. Right, from Calcutta to Delhi, rioting stopped there. Rioting is still going on in Delhi. So Jawaharlal Nehru agrees. He says, okay, you can meet all the heads of the departments. We will arrange a meeting. Please address them. Please motivate them. We have to stop this. Yeah. Next day, the group of people, Shanti Sena, the peace force, they come and meet Mahatma Gandhi. They say that they are going to publish some report on the Calcutta events, and they want a message from Mahatma Gandhi. They say, we need a message which we'll publish in our report. So Gandhi says, my life is my message. Let us see how many leaders can say this. For Gandhi, his life and his message are not two different things. He doesn't say something and then he doesn't do something else. So it's all in the same line, right? So he says, my life is my message. Thank you very much. We'll meet again in the next episode, which will talk from September 11th to September 20th. Thank you.